Well, howdy there, folks. This is your host, ID Jester. Thanks for checking out my video. As you can see, we are looking at Total War Rome to the Emperor's Edition. So yeah, we've really been into Total War recently. Got into a nice multiplayer campaign with my good buddy, and kind of spurred us on to try other things in the Total War series. And so I've had all the Total War games, just haven't played them very much, haven't really been enthused, but because we started that multiplayer campaign, it really inspired me to try some of the other things. We were playing Shogun 2 multiplayer, so now I thought, well, I did some Napoleon Total War, which has been really good, really fun, and now we're trying Total War Rome 2. Now I've loaded up a couple different campaigns and been watching some videos because this game, like the other ones, is a little more complex. It's got a little bit more meat behind it. So I can't say that I'm going to be an expert in anything, but we're going to give it a go and see what happens. So you can see here there is the Grand Campaign, where you have choices of many different cultures, and even if you choose a certain culture, there are many different factions inside that culture. So that's good. If we look at Rome here, we have three different factions inside Rome we can play. Carthage, again, three different. We have all kinds of different ones, and that is just for the Grand Campaign. We also have the Imperial Augustus campaign, and basically what this campaign is just after Caesar has been murdered. Rome splits into three factions: the Pedius, Octavius, and Anthony. And each one of them are trying to vie for control of Rome. Octavius has it currently, and the Pedius and Mark Antony are both been exiled, or maybe not exiled, is probably not the proper term to use, but they've kind of sent their forces and outside of Italy and or Rome, and they're biding their time. You can also play as Pompey here, so interesting for that kind of campaign. We also have Caesar in Gaul, so we have the Gallic region here. You can play as Rome and some of the other different factions up there. We have Hannibal at the gates, which obviously is Carthage, Rome. You can play as Syracuse, which is off the island there, in the island states there. Lusitania and Arrivederci. It shows you the initial challenge. So basically, based on your situation, your alliances, how many provinces you have, it tells you how easy it's going to be to get started. So obviously you got some that are normal, some that are hard. You can see here just one province. It's going to be hard to expand out because you have several big factions around you with multiple resources and stuff. You can see that these will be easier. So that's how that's set up. Of course, we have Wrath of Sparta here, which is obviously the different Greek city-states that are vying for Greece there. So I'm not sure exactly what I think I want to do to try and get started. What I would like to have, really, is start off with an easy challenge. Game difficulty, either normal or easy. Like I said, I haven't actually even taken a complete turn in this. I've loaded up a couple different campaigns. I've been clicking on some of the buttons and some of the units and just checking things out there. What I would like is an initial challenge of easy, but probably somewhere along the lines of maybe just like 1 or 2 provinces or something kind of easy that way. There's an easy. Starts off with 1 province here. Hard, 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 hard. So that's interesting that this is just 1 province, but it's easy. Massilia. So So that might be something to do. If we do Rome, it's easy, but you got a lot to manage, and maybe that might be good, actually. And I do want to play as Rome, because obviously this is Total War Rome edition. This isn't Total War Massalia edition. So I do want to try all the Roman units out and give them a go. So maybe we'll do this. Alright, so what do we need? We have the House of Julia, the House of Juna, and the House of Carillia. So each of them have their own special cultural bonuses and influences. This is 25% public order penalties due to presence of foreign cultures. Okay, barbarian subduers, 10% morale during battles against barbaric tribes, and Romanization, +4 to cultural conversion. It is an easy start. Looks like we got all of our provinces in one area, so let's try that and see. This might be. We'll see how it goes. So we'll be off to an easy start and kind of pick apart some of our enemies that are around us. But it should give us a nice little intro.
You are at war with the Etruscan League. March north and capture their territories. This will allow you to consolidate Italia and ensure the safety of Rome. You must wage war if you hope to extend your dominion. Syracuse and Carthage own territory in Magna Graecia, so conflict with them is inevitable if you wish to expand across the Mediterranean. Otherwise, they may prove useful allies against Etruria or the Gaulish tribes to the north. Come what may, Rome will triumph.
Alright, so an objective has been issued: completely control 2 provinces, either by direct ownership or through client state or military activities, and they give us 2,500 gold if we can do that. So that is good. Alright, so kind of giving us a clue in the little video to march to the north here. The Etruscan League. So if we check our diplomacy here, these are our objectives. Thank you. What is this?
The Faction Summary tab gathers together essential statistics and information, enabling you to check the status of your campaign at a glance.
Alright, good information to know. So yeah, there's a lot to this actually. You have politics and characters and summary and records and stats.
The Records tab is used to log events and store campaign statistics in one place for ease of reference.
Alright. So you can see here there are the House of Julia. We want to make sure that that house continues to prosper. You can see there's houses of other places here. Carillia, Juana, and of course these are obviously some of the other campaigns or other factions that you can play in this campaign. So you could start off with this guy as opposed to Lucidius Julius Libo. Alright, so characters, if you look at our guy here, rank 1, age 42, ambition, characters' importance and contributes to their party influence. The higher their gravitas, the higher the chance of increasing. Authority gives us nothing. Cunning gives us nothing. Zeal gives us nothing. Alright, so he's a 533. If we click on this guy, he's a 334 and a 334. So 334. Yeah, it looks like we started with the best guy, skill-wise at least. Alright, secure promotion. Use your influence to promote this character to a higher office. Next level is a military tribune. Gives us extra text rate and +1 gravitas per turn, and upkeep, -2 upkeep percent for ON units. Alright, so it secures promotion. That sounds like a good thing to do, obviously. So it looks like I'm looking for our diplomacy panel. There it is, diplomacy.
In order to construct a proposal, double-click on a faction from the list, and then add diplomatic options by clicking on the Add Offer or Demand buttons and selecting one. The proposed deal will take shape on the negotiation table. Click on the button next to an option to remove it from a deal. When ready, click on the Propose Offer button.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, so here's our area with the people we know around us. We want to look at these guys here, and yeah, our relationships are hostile. I don't think we're quite at war. Oh, yes, we are at war with them already. All right, so that's kind of narrowed down. That's kind of the thing with these campaigns is trying to figure out what the steps are to progress. Who do you want to go after and stuff? And this is kind of the best way to do it from what I've been learning. Now, I am certainly not an expert at this game, as I said. I usually learn a game quite a bit by watching some videos from these people that have played quite a bit. So, after watching a few, I would say 10 to 20 episodes of this so far, I've kind of gotten the basics behind it. This is kind of important in the very beginning to find out who you can maybe align with. Athens, where are you? You're over here. Relationships is neutral, so if we click on you, double click on you, let's see if we can get a trade agreement.
This option is used to broker trade agreements. Once agreed, a trade route is opened between your territory and that of your trade partner, enabling goods to be traded for mutual advantage and profit. There is no limit to the number of trade routes a faction can have.
Alright, so that's quite a bit different than the campaign we were running in Shogun 2, where you were limited based on how many ports you had and stuff. So, looks like our balance of power, maybe we can payments, demand a payment of say $500. There, let's see. Actually, let's see if they'll do it for 1,000. Oop, they rejected our offer. What? Let's just do straight up. Rejected our offer. I think it's a bad idea. Okay, well, I'll go away then. Alright, so that was Athens. That was not a very good option. Who's this guy? Alright, we're not going to be doing anything with this guy for a long time. We got these guys to fight, and Syracuse down here, I believe, is... Actually, they're neutral. We're already trading with them. So we might actually leave them alone. Cannot trade. Okay, so we can't trade with them. Let's scroll up to the top. No trade, no trade, no trade. They're at war. Cannot trade. Cannot trade a sea route. We're already trading there. Alright, so trade looks like it's going to be limited in this campaign. Cannot trade a sea route from the capital cannot be established. Okay. Well, that's not going to... Can trade. Oh, can trade is the white ones. What was I thinking? I was misreading. Alright, so this guy we want to definitely see about a trade agreement. See if they will give us, say, $1,000. It's almost 50-50. Let's see if they rejected our offer. Really? Trade agreement. How about just $500? Is that fair? Checked it. Alright, one more time. Let's see if we can just get a regular. Okay, well, goodbye then. Can trade. Projected value 82. Athens. We've already tried them. I don't think it's probably because people are just a little bit indifferent to us. Vintedia, let's see about trading with them. Oh, no. I don't want that. I want,
This allows you to call on an ally to provide assistance when at war, and likewise. Note that a refusal to provide
says we're already trading with them.
Asked will instantly
cannot
cancel
trade,
the
yes.
alliance between you.
These guys way over there. Let's see if we can get a trade agreement with them.
I am here to listen if you
Trade
speak
agreement.
honestly. Truth will
Rejected. Alright, so maybe it's too early in the game. That's fine. We'll come back to that. Alright. So that was a big waste of a few minutes here. Sorry, guys. Alright, so let's see what we start with. So we've got Lego, an army led by Libo, who is our main general here. So we've got
In
our...
order to move the entire force, make sure a general is present. Select the settlement or the general, and right-click on the point you wish to move to. When you release the cursor, the army will walk to the chosen spot.
Yes, got that, thanks. Alright, so it looks like in this game, unlike some of the other Total War games, each province is split up into several different regions. So we have Roma, which is this town. We have another city, minor settlement, I guess. And these guys and these guys. Okay, so Roma. Let's see if we can...
Markets and ports supply food, and settlements and certain buildings within them consume it. Although food is automatically distributed across your territory, if total consumption is not matched by production, then food shortages can occur, which can lead to unrest and, ultimately, rebellion. Make sure you keep food production buildings upgraded.
Alright, so these are the city buildings. Field of Mars provides a garrison. You notice that. So the garrison will basically, if somebody comes to attack us, they will form defensive boundary or defensive units for us. We have 5,000. We're going to make 2,400. We have 2 extra food, and this is the year 272 BC. All right. So, so we get an extra food, an extra public order per turn. If we look over here at this panel, it'll tell you our public order, which is basically the happiness of the people. If they become unhappy, they'll rebel, like she just mentioned. We want to make sure we can keep them happy, and there it shows you all of the different stats that end up showing us that we have +4. So they're kind of, I guess, happy but not too happy. Food, income, alright, so want to keep these guys happy, obviously. -2 public order per turn. Gives us some 6 food though, which would be a big bonus, I think. So it's going to take us 3 turns to make that. Roma, we would definitely want to upgrade this. We're down to 1,500 now. We also want to bring back our general in here and see if we can recruit some units. So we have Hastati, Rorari, probably, Vestlites, and the levies. So it looks like I got quite a bit of levies, Vestlites, Hastatis. We don't have any of the Roraries, so let's see. We can click on these. You can see our money is going down, and it shows you how many we can make. Basically making a turn. Boy, we can make a crap load. Alright, so we're going to do that. That's good. We wasted all of our money, but that's okay. That is fine. Now, we do have a, what is this? A spy. Well, we're definitely going to spend our spy up to the north here. And see. Oh, she sees an army. So now we can learn a little bit about this army. Okay. It's got a few units. That's okay. We can actually have our spy do some military sabotage or try and assassinate. 1%, 6%, 8% chance. Concealed blades. Probably not a good choice. Let's try military sabotage. 43. Cunning-based approach. Yours is 3, theirs is 4. It will cost us 330 gold, which we do not currently have, I don't believe. So, yeah, we only have 150. But we will swing in here and kind of hide in the bushes over there. Alright, we spent all of our money upgrading Roma and Neapolis. So these factions down, or these towns down to our south did not get any upgrades. We do have technology to
This tab
research.
enables you to research the technology that will give you an advantage over your rivals. To begin, simply select the item you wish to research. There are no buildings required in order to do this, although there are some buildings that require certain technologies before they can be constructed. Mouse over a technology for a short description, details of effects, and the length of time needed to research it.
Yes, ma'am. So you can either go with civil right off the bat or military, and then once you unlock military, it'll unlock these. Once you hit civil, it'll unlock those. We're going to go for civil. We got to get our... Your currently research rate is 102%. Okay. 2 turns. Diplomacy, we looked at trade and finances. There's our tax levy. Tax level is for countrywide. So our tax effect is basically giving us -5 happiness to all of our people. Our upkeep, our total expenditures, and then of course here is our total money. These are our objectives. Again, there are missions, and then there is the ultimate objective. The ultimate objective is to control 90 settlements, either by direct ownership or through client, city-states, and military access. We currently have 4, so we need 90. So you can see this could take a while. Completing control of the following 6 provinces, either by direct ownership. Okay, so we need Italia, Magna Graecia, Aquidia, Armenia, Africa, and Britannia. So we need all those, and 90. And yeah, so economic victory, you control 65 settlements and control these, and maintain trade relations with at least 15 factions. Hold at least 1 of every strategic resource. Currently we have 1 of 9, and then at the end of the turn have an income of at least 90,000 talents. Maintain 120 units in total, and reach at least 20 of the civil technologies. And that's, but at least we can have a cultural victory. Completely control the 6 provinces. These 6 hold at least 2 settlements in 20 provinces in which your culture is dominant. Construct the following buildings: the Pantheon, the Colosseum, and reach 30 in all technologies. So multiple ways to win the game, which we probably won't see for a long time. But thanks. Alright, so we do have another army here. This is our general. Let's see here. General Galenius Scopio. Let's look at our guys one more time here. I think this guy is the guy we were just looking at. So he has the skills, he's virtuous, so +1 zeal, +1 public order. Stranger to fear, which gives him 5% experience gain rate for all units. Alright. There's actually a way, if I'm trying to remember, how to actually see all of our forces. Here we are. So we have our spy, our fleet, and our 2 generals there. So one thing we haven't looked at is our fleet here. We should probably take a look. We don't have much of a fleet there, just a few units. So I don't know. I guess we'll just move up this way just so we can see what's up there. Alright, and we're going to end the turn. See what happens. See if we get totally murdered. Let's hope not. Oh, looks like he's moved back into his town there. And you can see there are a lot of factions in this
Good work.
campaign.
Rome has need of new units in her armies.
Good work. Alright, so war has been declared. So this is all the messages. So Carthage has declared war against Syracuse. Athens against Epirus. And a whole bunch of new units for our hero here, our leader. So you can see we've got 16 of 20. They're all at full capacity there. Our spy lets us see what he's
You
got.
have selected a character belonging to another faction that you cannot control. Please select one of your own to learn more about their abilities.
Yes. I don't really care about that. What I want to find out about... Let's see. Military sabotage, assassinate. No. Let's go back to military sabotage. Let's try and poison his provisions. We need to level our spy up. Hopefully she doesn't
Good.
get...
You have the sense to use Rome's agents to achieve your excellent news, I think. Your agent now has a higher rank.
Yes, so we leveled up our agent by completing a task. Spy infiltrated an enemy camp and poisoned their provisions. Their loss is your gain. Vulnerabilities. Postuma Scapula. It's a spy, rank 2. So we can click on her now and click down here in the
This
details.
panel shows you the information about a character belonging to your faction. Their name, position on the map, traits and skills relating to their abilities are all listed, along with details of ancillary characters or objects.
Alright, so Spy has got authority, which gives them cost in performing all actions. Cunning, an agent's capacity for subterfuge and espionage. And Zeal, which is chance of wounding enemy agents in self-defense. Alright, so we can now click on another skill. So we have Poet. So cultural influence, public order from characters, and wealth. And now we can add a second skill, which is either going to be agent. So +1 authority, 5% chance of critical success. Spy, +1 cunning, and 5% chance of evading enemy agents. And I know how to say it. Antagonist, +1 zeal, and 6% campaign movement range. Accompanying general. So if I keep her with the general, we can move a lot farther. That could be good, but I do like the spy. Chance of evading other enemy agents. So we're going to take the spy. Alright? There we go. So, do we know? We don't know anything about that. Alright, so let's get busy. We're going to bring our guy up here. And we're already at war. Let's see if we can't quite make it up there. No, we cannot. Really. Army view, yes. Alright, so we can actually get into a force march. This gives us some extra movement. But loss of morale and loss of line of sight. That's a bummer, which means he can recruit a bunch of new units and make the fight a little bit tougher. But, or do we just try to... Well, I wonder if we could make it there. It doesn't look like it. For some reason, we should be able to move there. No? No? Alright. Alright, so we do have some money still, so maybe, I'm gonna bring this guy back to Cosinia. And we're gonna see if we can upgrade civil settlement. And we also have the other city over there. That's 2,000. That's 1,900. We can try to get more areas. Looks like it's already got a military wharf. Fields of Mars. This stuff is cannot build. Required technology needs to be researched. Uh-huh. Okay, well. Garrison. That's for that city over there. So we can unlock the recruitment of light artillery ballistas ship. And that would cost us, where to go? No, that's already unlocked, sorry. So if we actually go to trade forces, we can, we'd have to hire a new general. No, that's fine, we got a general in there, alright.
Ship card to see its description. Left click on it to add it to the queue, and again to remove it. Recruitment cost is displayed underneath. Recruitment time is shown in the top left-hand corner.
Let's develop the land there so we can then consecrate the ground. Public order +2 to, let's check out our happiness and everything. Oops, no, you.
Troops can be stationed inside a settlement to defend it in the event of attack. While there, they will also act as a deterrent to any rebellious tendencies.
Alright, so cultural differences are a problem there. So, I think we just saw something that would +2 lateral. Alright. So we're going to upgrade that. Try to make these people a little bit happier. And excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. We just can't. We need some more population for that. We don't have enough money for that. Alright, what we were going to do is actually recruit some more units for him. He's got his sets. We're going to get some more of these guys. One of these guys. One of these. Oh, too much. Alright, take that off. That's fine. Leaves us just a little bit of money. I know it's slow in the beginning. Sorry about that, folks. But probably have to bring our general once he gets his units up, maybe up here, in case this guy comes down around this way. We do have a mountain pass he can cut through here too, so we might have to bring him up to Roma. Looks like we have some defensive units, so alright, we're going to end the turn and see if this is totally going to... Oh, we forgot to move our ship. Alright, Athens is coming up. Athens, are you going to be... Oh, he ran. He went up to the north. Interesting. Wonder if he's at war with the guy up to the north.
New technology. The Senate will be pleased with your work to further Rome's intellectual greatness.
Thank you. Alright, so Quartermaster Report. These are all the guys we thing. We got our research done, so now we need a new research. And we're going to immediately unlock the military one. It's only going to take a couple turns, so might as well do that. That's good. 2 turns. Let's see if we can watch where that guy went up there. And close that message. Alright, actually, let's go to diplomacy. I wonder, can we find out? Yes, we can look over here. Their enemies, Rome. Okay, he's got no military allies, and their defensive allies, no one. They're confident and unreliable. And they hate us, and we're at war, so that's all good. Alright, but it doesn't look like he has any allies, so I don't know why he was running away. But that's good for us, I guess. Hopefully that's good for us. Spy. What should we do with the spy? If we try to sabotage. We can poison the wells, inflict minor damage upon the local garrison units in the target settlement. We have a 50% chance. Let's try it. Failed to sabotage. Your concealed items have been found. They are now vulnerable to hope. Alright, so let's... Oh, I can't get you out of there. Alright, well... we are going to bring our leader up.
Isn't just about greater numbers. The balance of units and the general's ability are important factors also. Look at the strength ratio and any reinforcement information before committing yourself. But beware, if you are attacked, it may not be possible to avoid combat. The buttons on this panel represent your battle options. Mouse over each one to see what it does.
Alright, well this is going to be our first fight. So, they only have 540, we got 1680, looks like we got about a 98% chance of winning, but we can auto-resolve it, we can assault, we can break the siege, and we can encircle. Surround the settlement and wait out the defenders. Nope, we want to assault. So we're going to try to assault them. Alright, of Valthyri, 270 BC, Rome versus the Etruscan League. Etruscan? Maybe it's Etruscan League. So, but one thing I want is to see what they can do. If a man does not know to what port he is favorable. Alright, so we have weather conditions. As attacking force, you can choose to wait for more favorable weather. So you have 3 chances remaining. Current weather is fog. Reduces visibility. All ships and missile fire units. Let's wait. Okay, so we got 2 chances left. This one's dry. No. Alright, so we will start deploying now. There we go. Alright, so Hesati. They have, let's see, formation attack. Each unit will try to stay in formation. Toggle fire at will. New spacing. Attacking Chesido. This troops of the unit raise their shields above their head in a defensive formation. Protection against missiles, but it limits their speed. Alright. So that's what the Sadi do. So we don't have any idea where he's hiding out. Oh, this is really beautiful, though. Wow, that's really nice. Alright, we do have the rotation on. Good. We do have to capture this point, so we'll probably have some units there. So, we'll see. Alright, so I think we'll just... bring these guys right up front. Alright, so that's what they do. Let's look at the Riori! Alright, what do you got? Square formation. Let's see what that does. The unit moves to a close square formation. Bracing, morale, and melee defense goes up, but it can't move. Alright. They are spears, I guess. Maybe that's why they're slightly different. Alright, so we will, yeah, it's kind of stupid to put them there, isn't it? Let's bring them over here, like that. There we go. Now, Veslites. Light, very light missile infantry. They're confident, they're fresh. Standard shot, they can toggle skirmish mode. In skirmish mode, units will keep a safe distance from the enemy. Alright, good. Good. Alright, so how many of these guys? We have 2 of them. I'm going to put them in front of... Whoa. Do that. Whoa. Okay, that was horrible. Come on now. Alright. There we go. Have to reposition. There we go. Alright. And last but not least, our levies. Same thing. Let's see. Missile damage 29. These guys are 32. 7, 7. Ammunition of 7. They both have... Alright, so this guy's better melee attacker than the levies. Alright, we'll put these guys. Maybe... just put them over here for right now, and let's just start the battle. Alright, there we go.
Take time to explore the battle user interface. Press button.
Move these guys
Click
up
on graphics
there.
for details of their function. Further information is available through tooltips.
There we
mousing
go, that's
over
what I wanted
an
to see.
item, or
Alright,
from the
now
encyclopedia.
I'm going to bring these guys here. I need to put these guys into groups, which I will do here in a second. Alright. So, Histani will be number 1. These guys will be number 2. These guys will be number 3. And these guys will be number 4. I guess we should bring up our general too. What the heck? Are those deer running around there? They are. Or, looks like lambs, actually. Alright. So there is line of sight in this game, so, you can't actually see a unit unless your guys can actually see the unit. So, yes, I got the interface. Thank you very much. Alright, so unit number 2, 3. 3. And number 1. Alright. Oh, that was horrible. That was really horrible. Alright, you come here. What group are you? Number 2. Still getting used to the interface here. Number 2. Come there. There we go. Alright. Okay, you guys. Missile infantry ready. No, I didn't want you to turn. I don't know why you decided to turn. Alright, we are flanking him from multiple sides. We're gonna bring out one of these guys. Actually, bring 2 guys over that way. We're outside his missile range, it looks like. Maybe just inside it. Have to be careful that he... Yeah, I don't know how we're going to actually get up there. That's an interesting problem. Alright, see what we got going on this flank over here.
service to Rome! Ordnance!
They are still shooting.
Advance at speed!
Okay, let's watch out for the flanking dudes. Yeah, see, these guys have got to walk all the way around to get there. There's no way to get up this way. We got to walk all the way to the back. What are the... Alright, for my first battle, I'm trying to be a little cautious here just to make sure. Actually, I'm going to put my missiles behind. There, and I want to go into Astuda attack. Okay, you guys go into Astuda. Okay, go there. Actually, gonna bring these guys around that way. Bring one of our guys right behind that. Oh, here they come. They're coming out. Now you guys lob into them. There you go. Alright, the battle has been joined. Alright, we had the protection against the missiles, which is what I was... Alright. Put your... Let's see if we can get some shots in with our missiles here. Over our guys, hopefully. General move up a little bit. Okay, these guys made it around, but nobody else went with them. Okay, go fast. Alright, you need to go into that. Go there. Same thing here. Yeah, we've ooh, they really came in there hard, but I think hopefully we got a little bit of a protection there. No, 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 I didn't ask you to pull back. Go forward. Alright, you guys move up. And I think you got some spears you can throw, don't you? Come right there, and then behind these guys we're going to move up our archers. Oh yeah, we just wasted a whole bunch of these dudes. Alright, let's see how the fight's coming over here. Okay, not great, but not horrible either. Alright. Hasati.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
It's alright. Oh, we won. Victory is ours. Alright, victory. We will, decisive victory. There can be no doubt this is a great victory. The enemies are dead or running for their lives. Lost 420. Nothing we can do about that.
Well done. After your first battle, you may count yourself a son of Mars.
I am a son of Mars. Yes.
Battle statistics are displayed here. along with the options to occupy or loot if you have captured a settlement.
Alright, so here's like kind of a battle summary. It shows you how many was deployed, lost, remaining, killed, enemies captured. Now, you can occupy it. So you gain no money. Public instability is -1 per turn for... so it's -5, and then I think that means you get -1 per turn. Conquest next turn only -20. You're peaceful occupying the settlement. And all captives are released. You can loot it for money. People get upset with you. Or you can raise it for... get some money, yada yada yada. But we want to occupy it. A diligent man has a wealth of experience and continues to hone his abilities. Lucidius Julius Lebo. Good job. You have ranked up. So we will give you skills. So let's see what skill you currently have. We currently are Clementia. Mercy of the Conqueror's always strength. So -10% resistance to foreign occupation and +10% to number of battle captives. Interesting. And now we can either get warrior, commander, or strategist. So cunning and gravitas. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Authority and gravitas, or zeal and tavis. So warrior, I think strategist sounds the best. Alright. So if we look at our... That's not what I want. I want the mini-map. But diplomacy. It looks like... Yes, he's down to... It looks like one province left. So, looks like we can start expanding out a little bit more, maybe, depending on how those people feel about us. Alright, if we come all the way back down to the south, we have to really decide what we're going to do. Are we going to come after Syracuse? They're pretty happy with us. Although in the intro video it said something about these guys would have to go if we plan on conquesting down this way. But we're going to do that in the next episode, folks. I'm gonna spend a few minutes looking around in between episodes, kind of get my feet wet here and figure out what we want to do, and then we'll come back next episode and decide. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode here, Rome Total War 2 as Rome. Thanks for watching.